Alright guys, short on NASDAQ here. We're using this 1 minute bearish order block that is laying on the high of the daily volume imbalance, which is shaded in purple. I originally am targeting this sell side liquidity for my terminus take profit. As you can see, we're seeing the displacement here. I had the take profit and break even level right above the high of that fair value gap, shaded in red. It was right on top of the equilibrium of the range that we're working in. So you can see really strong displacement here. We are working into the lower quadrant of the daily volume imbalance, and that BISI lying on top of the lower quadrant there. The buy side liquidity that you see highlighted above, we had a Judas swing that failed to reach, showed bearishness. ES was also very weak. You can see the reaction that we have off of the BISI laying on the lower quadrant there. Okay, we wick right into the tiny little gap there below our entry. Again, we took partials there at that level. That's been highlighted. Move stop to break even. So we've locked in profit and removed any risk. Okay, seeing good displacement again. Reaching below the consequent encroachment of the daily volume imbalance. That is a very strong gap that we're dealing with, laying on the lower quadrant of the daily volume imbalance. We had the first presented fair value gap that happened to lie on that first gap that we highlighted. Which is an added confluence. We can see the consolidation that we're getting between the SIBI and the first presented fair value gap there. Okay, finally seeing some good displacement. Closing in the lower half of that SIBI. I ended up closing my position as we closed in the upper half here of the SIBI because I wanted to see strong displacement. And we ended up going lower, not reaching towards sell side liquidity, but we closed below the daily volume imbalance. And I'm completely okay with that because I did not like how price was acting and how it was returning in the upper half there after closing below. So I ended up closing the position there for a 6R 84 point trade in the end. It was a good trade management. I like how I managed my risk. Overall, very happy with my execution. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch, and I'll see you guys next time.